Okay, so we are recording live. So welcome to the webinar. So today I will talk about very amazing opportunity, guys. So when you would have a chance to be part of the company, which can really change not just your life, but where you can help other people to add value. But most importantly, we will talk about new technology, which can save the planet Earth. I know it sounds like a big statement, especially at the beginning of the presentation, but you will see yourself what we have established. It's a massive projects, humanitarian projects, which for the first time in history ever been offered to people to take the part in. So first, before we start, oops, I jumped from the slides. Compliance and risk disclaimer. So this is very quick note because I want all of you to understand that we are not selling any shares. We are not financial advisors. So the presentation we do is to increase the awareness about who we are, what is our mission, and what instruments we have. But we are not advising you how to deal with your finance, how to deal with your money, and we are not brokers to sell your shares in the company. So this is very important. Our mission is to educate people. I will talk about this a bit more detail. So therefore, please be aware of this compliance risk disclaimer when you also do the presentations, or next time when you're going to talk to someone, make sure that you mention this. So my name is Mila. I'm a business development director based in UK, traveling quite a lot. And for the past 6 months, me being based in UK, I probably spent only 2 weeks in UK. Saying this, I'm very happy and pleased to be in a position where I am with the company. I have opportunity today to coach and train people. I'm a private investor myself, so I invested into many businesses, include the Skyway technology as well. And my previous background in my previous life before Skyway, I was involved in the sales, business management and marketing. So all people who previously been involved in pretty much any professional field always would have, opportunity to use their talents here in this company. And I will talk about this, what opportunity we have today for pretty much everyone who wanted to be involved in this business. So what we are and what we do. You probably would agree with me that in today's world, it is very easy to earn money. You can find the job, or you can find the 2 jobs, or you can find many opportunities how to earn money. It's not a big deal to actually earning money today. But what is the big deal is to sustain and multiply what you have. And this is, we never been taught from the schools, we never been taught in university how to deal with our finance, how to multiply what we have. And our company in Skyway Invest Group, we emphasize a lot on education. We want to be sure that people understand how to follow simple rules, such as, every month put aside 10 to 30% of your income, or do diversification, never put all eggs in one basket, or don't be greedy, never, put all your savings in one company or in one venture. Or the rule talks about you need always to increase your earnings, increase your passive income streams, because the more money you have as your passive income stream, then you can reinvest this money into different businesses, into different companies, so you can look for the higher returns. If you only rely on one income stream, which is your job, it is a very dangerous place to be, because you are not in control of your economy, you're not in control of your country, you're not in control of your company or your decision which your boss can make. This is very risky place to be today, is to be an employee. So we teach students or our people how they can add multiple income streams, so then they can lower the risks of being ever struggled for money. And we also teach how to invest in yourself. Probably agree with me, if you wouldn't know what is this Apple technology was like 15 years ago, then you would have definitely invested at least a little money into Apple. And now this company, they almost hit 1 trillion in the revenue. But because people has not received this sort of education, so they only received the traditional education. So today we have lots of people who are struggling over the finance. There are lots of people who in debt. There are lots of people who really facing big struggles. And I would say the countries like India, like Philippines, like Malaysia, in like Africa, like Nigeria, I've been to Ethiopia. You know, this country really, like people really struggling because there is not much for them to start developing their own, you know, own businesses. So be involved in like an amazing company, we can change the people's lives. But that's why we're here. So our company mission is to target 15% of the world population to be involved in our business. Where our CEO, Andrei Hovratov, he is a professional investor. He is investor, he's been into the investment for the past 24 years, as well as he is like multi-millionaire. He created his Academy of Private Investors 7 years ago when he teach his students about investment. And he thought that by providing people with teaching, he will be able to protect them from making, you know, the wrong decisions in their lives. But unfortunately, it is not enough just to provide with a theory. It's very important to also show people where they can implement this theory. So therefore, when he opened a company, Skyway Invest Group, and our company been open 4 years ago, he combined together education, business, and technology. And it's very important to understand this concept on exactly these 3 levels. So we are Skyway Invest Group. We are an educational platform where we help people and we teach them about investment basics. We have Skyway Technology, which is today the company we are raising funds for, where people can become co-owners. But most importantly, we provide the people with the business opportunity where they can earn the money from the day one when they join the business. And this is the topic of today's presentation. We're going to touch upon all these 3 sectors. So let's first start with Skyway Technology, why it's such a big thing and why it's breaking through into the innovation. When in 2014, Andrei Hovratov has met with this beautiful gentleman, handsome gentleman, you don't say beautiful, the idea was to let's create the company where this company will be responsible to bring in money to Dr. Unitsky. And Dr. Anatoly Unitsky, he is the author, engineer, he's inventor behind Skyway Technology. His initial idea was more than 35 years ago. He approached the Russian government. Himself, he's from Belarus, but on that time, Russia and Belarus, they were one big country. So he approached Russian government and he asked them to provide him with the funds to build planetarium project. Imagine 35 years ago, he knew that sooner or later we'll come to the point where people will struggle to survive on the planet Earth because the planet is polluted, because we have lots of toxic wastage on the planet Earth. So he proposed the government of Soviet Union to invest into his technology related to the space development. Of course, no one really took him serious. We're talking about back to 1980s, where Russia was still in the middle of not good relationship with the US, lots of political stuff, lots of economical stuff. Soviet Union completely closed country, so they didn't provide him with any support. And then he thought okay, if government wouldn't help me, maybe it's going to be later time when I can approach usual people to be part of my company. And only after 30 years he has developed Skyway projects, which is small projects come out from the space development project, where he thought about technology which we can implement in today's time, like in today's economy. And you probably agree with me, I hope you will, that there are certain projects where if you promote them at early stages, like let's say electrical cars, they've been in the market for the past 20 years, but why they're not popular on that time, 20 years ago? Because People were not ready for electrical cars. Now the time has come. Same with the Skyway technology. He could have proposed this 30 years ago to build this sky trains all over the world, but people were not ready. Those countries who now we are today working with, they were not ready to have an idea of having flying trains. What are these flying trains all about? But today we have an amazing opportunity because the time has come for this technology, and we have proofs, and I will share with you what we have achieved so far. But Dr. Unitsky, he's the CEO and he's inventor of the technology. And Dr. Andrei Havratov, he's the guy who behind Skyway Invest Group. He's behind of the education, investment, and finance. And when they met together 4 years ago, they built a company where, from one hand, Dr. Unitsky, he's not dealing with the finance himself. He can keep inventing and keep building. And Andrei Havratov, he deals with all partners, investor relationships. And now for the past 4 years, we achieved amazing results. In our company alone, we have 500,000 people who are our partners. We're working with the 176 countries worldwide on all continents. So even though a company is still baby, only 4 years, but we have achieved an amazing result in terms of our business exposure. So what Dr. Unitsky and Andrei thought that, yes, we can save the planet with this technology. It is an amazing technology. But then we also want to be down to the earth to make it very simple, so people understand what is this flying trains all about, how they look like, what they designed from, what will be the fuel for this technology. So I will show you a quick video about the Skyway. It's called Skyway presentation, only 4 minutes video, where it will explain you everything about technology itself.
Thank you. Great.
So what you actually see here now in the video, this is already exist. So this is not a Photoshop. These are real footages. This place called Marina Gorka, this piece of land given us by President of Belarus. It's based next to Belarus. And what you seen in this video, this park and this R&D center, this is all real. So it is not like imaginary footages. This is not the future. This is already happening today in the country of Belarus.
Station and request support. Double transport. Okay. Okay, fine.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Every time I watched it, it's giving me, you know, like goosebumps, because I know the company for now almost 4 years. And in fact, I was one of the early investors, but then I was not actively involved in the business until 2.5 years ago. And what I see now, like we started with zero, we started with a scratch, and it's amazing to see this, you know, fully working technology. So just, it's amazing. So what do you saw from video, just a summary. So we have 3 main transportation. So we have city transportation, which is designed there for city with a speed of 150 kilometers an hour. It's called Urban Skyway. We have a high speed, which is designed to be built outside of the city connection, 500 kilometers per hour. And we have a cargo solution. And cargo solution is there for cargo. We can carry anything like coffee beans, water, pretty much like whatever the client would need to carry. We will be able to provide them with this solution with a speed up to 500 kilometers an hour. And if you look at this product itself, each product has a massive potential. Specifically, I would outline cargo and the high speed. If you look at their today problems, majority of the city have, it's been overpopulated. Lots of people want to live in a central location because the best jobs are in central location. But if we can create the high-speed transport and we can move the people with outside the city, we can build their linear city, which is the smaller projects will be related to the high speed. Imagine what it will mean for people. They can have affordable housing. They can travel from outskirts of the city to inside the city for less than half an hour using high-speed transport. And this transport is ecologically friendly. We don't cross with the people, with the animals. It's 0 accident rate. It's completely safe. And hey, the most important, it's much more cheaper than traditional transport. I've done a study where when I've been to Ethiopia, we had a proposal for them to have a city transport and cargo transportation. And Ethiopia, I don't know if you're aware, but they have this originated Arabica beans originate from Ethiopia. But unfortunately, you cannot buy these beans anywhere in Africa because they don't have transportation to sell to other countries. Like there is no train which can, you know, connect the countries. There is no such things. So what they do is they put the product into the ships and they shipped it to the China. So the China is the big client for originated coffee beans from Ethiopia. And when I had a presentation with the Minister of Transport and I told him about, imagine the potential this technology can bring you, it will increase your country economy. You can open the borders by connected with your neighborhood country with a product which you can sell them 10 times cheaper than you do for China. You know, there are lots of, like, we can do the international trade, import, export, you know, different goods by using cargo. But most importantly, we can provide the cities with ecological transport, which will be very elegant, very gentle. We're not going to build this, you know, concrete, massive pillars. We're not going to, you know, dig the roads or do the metro. Doing metro is crazy. We're damaging the planet Earth, and it's so expensive To build or to dig 1 kilometer of metro, it's cost more than 150 million per kilometer. Skyway technology cost is anything up to 10 million per kilometer. So when we done comparison analysis for Ethiopian government, and we compare the green corridor, which they wanted to build for the bus, and new technology, the Skyway, they actually come to realization that Skyway technology, it is not just efficient, more greener, more sustainable, it's better design, it will not damage the city, but it's the cost effective as well. So imagine we're talking about new innovation in the market, which is cheaper than traditional solutions. Usually if you have a new car in the market, I don't know, new Mercedes, is definitely going to be more expensive than 10 years old model. Well, in our case, it is not the case. We have a transportation solutions, infrastructure solutions, which are much more cheaper than anything existing until today. So that's where we have a lot of confidence. We work with not just people, because in today's world, there are lots of companies who will claim that they are the best and they have best opportunities, they have best product, but then majority of them will only work with the people, because it's, don't get me wrong, but it's easy to mislead people. But when you work with the government, you cannot mess with the government. We're working with the presidents of the countries. We're working with the royal family of Emirates. We're working with the Ministry of Transport in Russia and Ethiopia, in Italy, in India, in Philippines. Like we have so far, more than 300 MOUs have signed. So the countries are waiting when technology will be fully certified, when they can start using and implement the technology in their own countries. And technology itself being evaluated by independent consulting company, that the net worth of all the patents and all IP properties, the company itself is, the worth of the company is $400 billion US. And this was also taken into consideration once we built certain kilometers of roads. And today we are on a stage of 12 out of 15. What does mean 12 stage? Company has development plan, which was breaking down into 15 stages. The start of the business plan was in 2014. So at each stage, we know how much money we need to raise for technology, for Unitsky to build the technology and certify it, and we know what a scope of work needs to be done. So today we are in 2018, we come to the stage of the technology adoption. So 12 stages already have completed. So today we're in a stage where we only have to build high speed. We already have built the city transportation. We already built the cargo transportation. The only transport which is still we raising money for, or we sending money to Unitsky so he can build it and certify it, is the high-speed train. After 15 development stages, the company looking to be listed on IPO, and that is where all our investors can get their returns. These are a list of countries. The one we are working with very closely. You can see we have contracts with Indonesia. Australia is one of our first client who actually recognized the potential of the Skyway technology. We work with the Dubai, as I mentioned, the royal family. They are fully supportive of the Skyway initiatives, and they're planning to build a high-speed train. And in fact, what you saw from video, it was the piece of land in the Belarus where we built city transport and cargo. But high-speed transport we would build in Emirates. So we already secure a piece of land from the royal family. They provided us completely free of charge. And whatever the money we will raise from today, stage 12, till the stage 15, we're gonna send it over there so they can build the high-speed transport and they can receive the certification, local certification, because weather conditions and the land condition in Dubai is completely different from what we have in the Belarus. So therefore, we have an agreement with the royal family that once we build the high-speed using their own land and the weather conditions, the market conditions, then we will be able to extend and make it commercial projects. And they're happy to pay, because they have tons of money. They are looking for the best innovations they can ever find, and they also rely on tourism. And of course, the more people they can, invite to the country using mass transportation solution, the better is for their economy. Plus, if they can save the tons of money of doing this, they only support this initiative. They work very closely with Dubai, with India, obviously, because of they have in India lots of problems with the transportation, and they're looking for the various solutions. Of course, we're working with the Belarus and Ireland. Irish government is one of our also first clients. They have signed the MOU almost 3 years ago when we had just an idea and piece of land in Belarus. We hadn't received any certifications. But they have supported us through entire journey. So the company has been Skyway company. Skyway Technology has been an international company. They participate in lots of events. These are just few examples of the exhibition in India, in Indonesia, in Oman and Dubai. They pretty much all over the world. And we have some exhibitions and events happening on almost on a weekly basis. And these are the certificates which we are really proud of, again, because we are not just working with the people, work with the government. So to have the government recognition, it's extremely important. So these two certificates, as you can read from the slides, is provided us by the Ministry of Transport of Russian Federation, where they approved that city transport is sustainable, that it's no risk for people to use the transportation. It is innovation, and it's the breaking through into the transportation industry. But for some of you might say, well, what the certificate from Russia? Who knows what's going on in Russia? We have other certificates. We have a certificates from very big companies. Oh, sorry, someone do a bit of painting. TUV, you probably heard about this. If not, you can Google TUV. It's one of the very big engineering company. They're based in Germany. They provide with the certification for innovations in the transportation sector. So we received certificate from TUV as well as SWIG Global. SWIG Global is also a massive, very big company, and they have provided us with a certificate for environmental management system, which we use in the Skyway Technology, as well as we have the certificate from the Belarusian company as well, that the Skyway transportation is fully certified and people can, freely using it. So to have these proofs, I guess it's enough for ordinary person to be reassured that company is real, it's happening right now, innovation, everything is existing, and we already working with the governmental level. So the risk is very minimal money involved in a company like this. And I'm very proud myself to be part of this company, because I never seen a single company with their evaluation of 400 billion to ask people, ordinary people, to participate and into the equity split. And I will talk about this a bit more in detail. But this is pretty much all about technology. I don't know how to get rid of this. Can you see these blue lines on the screen, or just me?
It's there.
It's there?
Yes, it's there.
Oh.
It's there. Okay, I think it's off now.
Off, okay,
It's gone
perfect.
off. It's gone off. Yeah.
So this is the last slide about Skyway Technology, and I will show you the video which will actually show you what is the future, because we are not just stopping at building the projects and building the roads. We are infrastructure projects. So we want to take this business to completely next level. And this is a very short video, about like 3 minutes, will explain you the potential of where this technology will be leading in the future.
Spatial, raw, or energy have a limit being rapidly approached. Today's industry pollutes the environment with harmful substances, disrupts natural processes, depletes its resources. Current situation is worsening due to humans' use of obsolete transport systems, which are one of the key factors of man-made contamination. If this situation does not change in the near future, the existence of human civilization can be in danger. Skyway Technologies company offers a set of SkyWorld solutions capable of preventing a catastrophe. SkyWorld is a program for the relocation of harmful components of the Earth industry into near space using Spaceway, Skyway Linear Cities, Skyway Stream Transport, Skyway Eco House, and soil recovery with humus. People came to an understanding of the innovative relocating the ecologically dangerous components of the industry into the low orbit. The space provides perfect conditions for the most advanced technologies: zero gravity and deep vacuum, inexhaustible resources, fundamentally new process opportunities. Spaceway is an astro-engineering transport system that allows to take out millions of tons of payload into near space using the general planetary transport at Planetary. Spaceway will create a new infrastructure on the orbit: research laboratories, power plants, production clusters, and much more. Relocating half of the industry to the near space will make it possible to create new, more comfortable living conditions on Earth. Residential, industrial, business and leisure clusters in the linear cities are interconnected by high-speed, safe, and sustainable Skyway transport. Skyway Linear City can be built on deserted, flooded, and hard-to-reach territories, including areas with complex terrain, as well as offshore. New types of transportation provide the city with a comfortable living environment in which the land belongs to pedestrians and plants only. Construction of the linear cities will use a human-friendly natural technology for autonomous, environmentally friendly life support systems. Skyway Eco House is a care for the environment and a reasonable use of every inch of land. Roof greening offsets the area lost during the construction, recovers flowering lawns, reduces heat transfer, and produces oxygen. To vegetate desert territories as well as areas affected by human activities, Skyway Technologies company is developing humus technology, a fertile soil of black earth type saturated with useful minerals. Skyway humus will turn the land into a blossoming oasis. The core of SkyWorld program is Skyway Transport Systems. By building Skyway string highways above the ground and using green energy sources, the harmful impact of the transport will be minimized. Separate transport lines and intellectual control systems make Skyway transport the safest for all traffic participants. Skyway provides rapid, comfortable, and safe travel in city, between cities, countries, and continents. A team of like-minded people, more than 700 experts, designers, engineers, architects, and many others, is implementing this global project. Rolling stock is produced by a special design and technological bureau with pilot production. The experts of the production complex release, test, and adjust the technological solutions and principal know-how of Skyway. In 2015, Eco-Technopark was established in the Republic of Belarus. Today, it is an operating center for innovative developments, demonstrations, testing, production, certification, and further improvement of the stream transport technology, as well as agro-eco technology. The goal of SkyWorld Solutions is to save our planet for future generations. SkyWorld, vision comes true.
Okay.
This is a very new presentation. You see, it's explaining a bit further about linear city, which I also touch upon, that people can, own and live in housing, which will be completely green, ecological friendly. They can generate themselves electricity. So we use then another technology, which is humus, created again by Dr. Unitsky, to have all this piece of land where today the trees and grass cannot grow. We can use this technology to make this land life again. So there are lots of other, as you see, hopefully there are other businesses inside of this business. So we're not just selling a cup of tea or train, you know. We're talking about infrastructure solutions, which then correlates with the different industries and different markets. Like we're talking about the real estate market, if you're talking about development of the real estate and linear city. We're talking about touch upon the SpaceX spaceway solutions, where we can take all this hazardous environment out to the space. We're talking about, you know, fertilized and humus, which is related to agriculture. So you see how many other businesses inside. But the most exciting is that the Skyway technology is only now building, you know, its momentum. We have not yet completed the main technology stages. So therefore, every single person who are become the part of our business and who are invested into Skyway technology, they become co-owners of the technology, which means that in future, every single project or invention or any building or any house and real estate projects will be built, people who invested today into main technology, they automatically co-owners of every single business created. Think about this as the McDonald's. So the first like recipe was created like many years ago, and then McDonald's started purchasing this franchisee license. Then look at the McDonald's today, we have them in every single city. Same with the Skyway. So people today investing in the recipe, because we have not yet fully done entire certification. The high speed still needs to be certified. But once our recipe is done, then we're going to do franchisee. So we're going to put the businesses and we're going to put the projects in every single country. But people who invested into main technology, you automatically co-owner of every single project ever been built. So the question to you, my friends, what do you prefer, to be customer and use these trains, which will be beautiful? And I have tried, I sit inside of the train when I was in Belarus. Once in a year, we have open doors for all investors and partners who wanted to come and see and touch technology. This year, we had a chance to take in the ride. And it was amazing. You know, once you invest into something and it's not just tangible, but you can sit inside and experience it, it's amazing feelings. So the question, would you like to be client and just pay for the tickets, or you want to be co-owner when you still a client, but then you get the profit from every single company, from every single ticket company sold? So I hope that you're looking for the co-ownership, because this is something will definitely provide you with more returns, specifically if you're looking at this as a long term. So what company has to offer, or what they're looking for? Usually it's only three ways how money can be raised. Either you go to the bank and you ask for the loan, or you can approach big angel investors. You can ask them to invest into your business and you have to give them a huge % of your equity. Or the third way is you can ask people. Why the crowdfunding and so was involved a few years ago. I don't know if you're aware, but crowdfunding became a legal instrument only in 2012. Barack Obama, he created the act where he said that in today's economy, in today's environment, people can chip in or co-invest into someone else's business by becoming co-owner. And this is just example from what you can see in the slides. A few companies like Pebble, Oya, Pina Music, he has raised this money through the crowdfunding. But we are not just doing crowdfunding, and that's what makes us different. So we are not just allowing people to become co-owners of the technology, but we also provided them with opportunity to be part of the business. These are just packages for you on kind of benefits. You can decide whatever the money you wish to invest. It is solely your decision. Again, we are not like financial company to advise you how much money you need to invest. But to give you an idea that today anyone can become co-owner of the Skyway technology. Anyone who has the $5, they can have 10 pipes, for example. Pipes are pre-IPO equity shares. So people can select whatever the package is suitable. Of course, it depends what the size of portfolio you would like to have. And when company goes to IPO, the projected price per share will be minimum $1 for the next 2 years when company will be listed. Saying that as the company will progress and build more kilometers, more involved in more other businesses, then the price per share, of course, will increase. So if you're looking at this as the long-term investment, which I think you should, then we are targeting to have the price anything between $100 per share up to $500 per share for the next 5 to 7 years. It means that if you invest today 1,000 of units, 1,000 of dollars, you will have 45,000 pre-IPO equity shares, which will be equal to 45,000 US dollars when the company will be listed. But if you wait for the longer period of time, this could be worth of 4.5 million. So it's same like in any company in investment world. If the company does, good job, if the company is developing different products, added value, then of course price per share will increase. Saying this, we also have created packages where people, let's say you want to have your portfolio of the million pipes, you want to become a millionaire in 1 or 2 years when company get published. But you don't have, let's say, 10,000 today cash just to pay like this. So what we have created is the monthly packages. These are not contracts. So we are not signing you for any contracts. It is not like direct debit thing. You can enroll for any package, and if you decided to cancel or if you change your mind, you can stop the packages anytime. The only thing is when you enroll yourself in a package, even if we're going to go to the next stage, and at each stage the price per pipes will increase, you're still going to have the same value at the same price. So that's why even oh, sorry, you have guys, if you don't using mics, please mute them, and then you can put them back on once we are. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it's recording at the moment, yeah.
So is it says recording now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, sorry guys. You see, living in 21st century technology sometimes can let us down. So I have explained you about the co-ownership of the technology. That's we are today in the stage number 12 out of 15. So every time when we go from one stage to another stage, the risk is go to the minimal, and therefore the price per pipe, we call them pipe pre-IPO equity share, increase. So let's say when I invested myself, and it was in 2014, for 1,000 US dollars, I was able to get the package worth of 600,000. Today, for 1,000 is only 45,000. 600,000 is more than half of the million in 45,000. It's a big difference, right? But on that time, the risk level was very high. And today, because the company working with the government, because company has achieved certification and everything is already existing, there is very minimal risk for investors. And this is just kind of comparison. What would people get if they invest in Apple shares or Microsoft shares on Amazon, and what they will get if they invest into the Skyway technology? Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but moving forward, what we wanted to do, we doesn't want to people just invest into technology and hope for the best. That's in one day company will go to IPO and I will become, multi-millionaire. It's good, of course, to be financially rich. But if you look at the statistics, lots of people, actually 95% of the people who won the lottery in a few years' time, they found themselves in a bigger debt than they have started. before they win the lottery. So what does it tell us? That once people receive the big money or any money, like apart from what they can handle, more likely they will make certain financial decisions which will be based not on a logic and because they know how to deal with the finance, but they will base their financial decision based on emotion. Like, I want to buy the house, I want to buy the boat, I want to have a new wife, or whatever it is, which people usually do. So we take this opportunity and decided to offer people not just become a passive investor, but invite them to become a part of our business. Today, myself and Ali and other people, we are not employees. So we work for ourselves. I am a partner. I am investor. I have all the faith in the structure what Dr. Yunitsky has created. I know that the company will be listed. I know that, you know, I'll have my few millions of the shares in one day will give me, you know, massive returns. But I don't want to build my financial strategy based on, you know, something future. I want to earn the money now. I would like to create the income stream, passive income stream and real income stream, which can feed me on a daily basis, because I need to pay my bills, my travel now, not in the years when the company will be listed. So therefore, the concept what we have created called multi-level crowd investing. I bet you never heard about this before. If you Google, you would not find a single company who do what we do. It's a completely new concept. Guys, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, hearing you.
Oh, this internet is rubbish.
No problem. Go ahead. Now it is okay.
Let me just use my hotspot again.
But it's working. We are hearing you very well, and it's clear.
Oh, you hear me now. Okay. So what is concept multi-level crowd investing? So basically, idea is to, from one hand, we have multi-level. What is multi-level? It's pretty much any person, doesn't matter where you're from, what's your background, what are your experience. If you share their opportunity with people to become co-owners of the technology, you can receive your income. So same like in affiliate marketing, or very similar to network marketing concept, where people who are partnering with the company, if you promote the company activities, instead of us paying for the marketing expenses like advertisement, or instead of us putting our advertisement on radio and TV, we have the budget which we given back to people through the commission. So people can earn commission on being part of the business, and they earn this commission on a daily basis. So multi-level means that people had an opportunity to either work as the direct sales, when you invite the people to be part of the business or part of the investment, but you also have opportunity to build your network, to build your biggest assets. Because people today is who's the driving economy. People are spending and buying. So instead of they're giving this, to marketing agencies big percentages for the marketing, why don't we give back to people who spend their time, who believe in the product, who wanted this technology to happen? We better to give them percentage of the profit, or not the profit, percentage of the commission. And crowd investing, this is, I already explained you, where people become co-owners of the technology or co-owners of any business. So we put these two concepts together by having the opportunity of people to decide whatever you want to be, just an investor, you invest your money and you wait for when company will be listed, or you can be part of the business where you can promote the company's activities. And our aim is to create a portfolio where today it's all about Skyway. Skyway is the best technology. I hope you see it, seeing what I see. But when we finish with the Skyway, because 15 development stages, they will finish very soon, either by the end of this year or middle of next year, we will finish our business plan. We will offer people to take the part in the project's funding, then we will add other instruments. We have a gold mine in Tanzania, which is going to be another projects to put in a pipeline. We have another project, which is piece of land in Crimea, where we will create on real estate, a spa and hotel complex connected with the Skyway technology. This will be another projects for our investors. So you see, once you create this network of the people who are in the same environment, who are investors, they're professional in their businesses, they're creating the network, then every time when someone invested into different businesses, you automatically will get percentage every time. And you don't have to work for company, you work for yourself. So this is completely new concept. We are not an MLM company, so I want this to kind of clearly differentiate. There are certain things which we don't do, like as usual MLM business does. Like we don't have this legs or matrix. We don't have like certain volume you have to do per month. You don't have to like invest certain amount of money for you to be able to promote the company. So we just use the concept of getting people commissions if they're part of our business. And our business does not stop on the Skyway. We will add in other businesses, so then you always will have opportunity to increase your network worth. And as I'm said, once you're in a certain position in a company, you can access other income streams. So let's discuss. Usually if you have a job, you have one income stream, which is what? Your salary. In our company, we have 7 income streams. Number 1 is your network. So if you promote the company's activities, you can work with ordinary people, you can work with the professionals, you can work with anyone. Today's presentation is very simple, very straightforward. What I'm doing for you now, it's much more detailed presentation. Usually we would start first with this technology introduction, and then for the second meetings, we will go much more detail. But this is income number 1, when you receive percentage through your network. And overall, network can give you up to 35%. And this money and not money you taken from the investors. This is very important. We created our commissions based on our company, our relationship with Unitsky. So let's say if you purchase 1 bottle of milk, it will cost you $1, let's say. But what if you purchase 100,000 of bottle of milk? Then the price per bottle will be less, right? Same in our company. So we purchase a huge equity from Unitsky. We send the money to him to build the technology, and then we resell this equity to little pieces to the people. So therefore, you're not taking money from investors. This is very important. Wherever the money they invest into technology, it's go 100% to Unitsky. But you receive the commission from the company pot that they have created because of the difference into the pricing strategy. So that is income number 1. Number 2, you can become representative. Let's say you would like to open office in your country. So then you're not just working with your people, or we call them your downline, you're working with the other people in your area or in your city. Then you will be given budget to manage for your city development. And this is another income stream for you. So you're not just receiving money from your personal work and your network work, you also receive the money from entire city or even country. If you're good enough to take up the country and open your market, then you can receive the percentages from the country revenue. Third income stream, if you would like to become a speaker or coach, if you would like to help people to grow the businesses, their networks, if you want to travel the world and become an international speaker, then it's also an income stream for those who specifically train other people who want to be part of the business. So this is your third income stream. The fourth income stream is the multi-level crowd investing department. Multi-level crowd investing department, this is the top department in our company. At the moment, we have only 7 people from entire company who are members of this department, and these are people who are not necessarily like just top sellers. These are people who understand the vision and who can add the value to the company. Myself, I'm a member of this department only since few months. But it's been really great opportunity for me to kind of expand globally. And I also add in massive value to the business overall. I create lots of content, lots of trainings. I work with the people not in my network, with pretty much everybody, and that's why I'm traveling in the world almost on a weekly basis. For people who are members of MLCI department, you receive another income stream, which is company revenue globally. And today we are raising anything between 2 to 3 million per month. So you can imagine what this means for people when you join and take in the piece of that big pie. And that is not yet it. Big investors. We are not just working with the small investors. Small investors will be people like us, who can invest up to 1 million. But let's say you have someone who wanted to invest 5 million or 10 million. We have a big investors in the company as well. Then it's going to be a separate contract with the big investors and Dr. Unitsky and you, where it will be commission based. As soon as the big investor will purchase, as soon as the big investor will sign the contract that he wants to get a piece of a company, he invested into the company, then you receive percentage. And at the moment, there's up to 5% you can get from the big investor. So if you have someone tomorrow who want to invest 1 million, then your commission will be approximately 5%, 50,000 US dollars, given you and your team members. Not bad, hey? And again, this is, guys, for everybody. Like, it's not like you need to be in the company for 10 years for you to be part of this, or you need to, I don't know, like, we don't have any of these restrictions. And I feel like everybody has the chance, and we big believers in people. And sometimes I see the guys who we have 18 years old who earning more than his mom and dad. We have 75 years old who earns, more money than she ever imagined to be earning. So that's why this company can offer something for everybody. And because we are so diverse, we have multiple income streams. So the more you grow with the company, the more your network grow with the company, the more income stream you will have. But even that is not it. 6 income stream for the projects. Projects today, it's slightly complicated topic. I will not go to this detail because I can do another session specifically for the project. But if you have, let's say, connections with the government, or maybe the Ministry of Transport, maybe the president, and you believe that they can use the Skyway technology, and you help us to build their. Oh, you can't hear me? Sorry, can you hear me, guys?
Yes,
Yeah?
go on.
Because someone sent a message.
Yeah, go on.
So if you have a good relationship and you can bring the project into your country, this will be additional income stream. So you can still earn from the network, you can still become representative, become speaker and coach, MLCI, big investors, as well as if the project is happening, then you will become co-owner of the projects, and also have some money commissions as well. And in the future, company goes to IPO, which means that you can decide whatever you want to do with your pipes. We will call them then shares. You can get hold of them, or you can sell them. You can sell half, or you can wait till the company valuation will go higher, or you can just receive the passive income, which are the dividends. And we have agreement with Dr. Unitsky that every 3 months the company will pay dividends, which will be minimum 20% from the business revenue. And how this 20% is generated is that we are talking about public transportation, we're talking about infrastructure projects. So people will use the transport, they will buy tickets. So the company is very profitable, and the payback for the project like this, it's anything from 3 to 5 years. So you can live on your dividends only. If you have a good package, you have a certain amount of equity in the company, so you can just live on your passive income stream, which is the dividends. But what I recommend and what we want people to see is the bigger vision. It's amazing to be part of the Skyway company, all this, IPO dividends, projects, big investors, it's great. This is something Skyway technology can provide you. But Skyway Invest Group can provide you with the asset, which is your business. And trust me, you will sooner, you will realize, if you take this business seriously, you will realize that people are the biggest assets. And every single time when someone invested in your structure or someone join your business, you will see how this person will be excited to become part of the business as well, because business can provide you money on a daily basis. To earn the money from your network, then to earn from the representative bonus, become a professional speaker or coach if you wish so, or even earn from the global revenue. These are very, very big money, which usually people, if you compare to the corporate world environment, they're only given to access to these levels and after 5 to 10 years they've been working in a company. Here, because we want to put this pyramid up and down, we don't want a big banks or big people, big investors to rule the world. We want to give power back to people. And once we build the momentum and once we're going to reach our targets is 15% of the world population. Imagine what projects we can do. We can do any projects we wish because of the power of people. We can crowdfund any projects. If you have any massive projects which you might know and you want to offer us as your partners, and we all have our structures and we all have our networks, we can easily crowdfund any projects ever been proposed. And this is the power of people, power of community, and that's what we're aiming for. So we are starting today with the big projects, which is Skyway. But for us, this is just the beginning, because other projects will be plugged into the network. And imagine when company go to IPO, it's only 2 years. So all the people who are today investors, they will become financially rich. And once they make the money into the company by investing into technology, company reputation will be like that. Everybody will knock on your door and asking you, can I be part of this company? Because I heard that you guys, invested into technology, which now happening in Dubai or happening in Australia. So we're providing people with opportunity to become co-owners, not just technology, but become co-owners of the business as well. And this is something I'm very passionate about because I see the very big changes into the communities. And the package, we have different packages in the back office. You can have a look, but if you want to be part of the business, then the package I recommend to go for, it's called Express Consultant. It's 4,000 units or $4,000. You still get your pipes, so you're not just investing into consultation. You're not just investing into random stuff. But what is special about this package, Express Consultant? That once you purchase specifically Express Consultant, you will be treated as the business entity. So you will be given a title of consultant in a company, but most importantly, all your network levels will be unlocked, which means that you have unlimited earning potential, so you can grow your network. Usually it takes time, especially for new people, to understand how to build a network, how to do the presentations, and slowly, you will build your network. But if you are Express Consultant, then straight away from the day one, you have your whole network is unlocked. So all what you need to do is to invite people to the presentation. They listen presentation. If they like to invest, they invest, you receive the commission straight away. If they see the business opportunity, which I hope they will, then they will be same excited as you. And then they also will invite other people. And then you can open offices, you can open countries, you can work globally. There is no limit with country where you can work. If you have multiple language skills, this is the best place to use your language, because people need you. So this package provides you with opportunity to have a considerably large portfolio, as well as people who are consultant. We start doing the business with them as well closely. People who are just started to the business, it will take their time, so we don't want to pressure anyone. There is no certain revenue or sell you need to do per month. It's your business. You decide how you want to manage your business yourself. But once you're consultant, that is where company will notice you, that you reach certain status, that you are telling us that you want to do the business with us. So that's pretty much it. And summary, so what we are offering here today for people is to be involved. You don't see the slides. Become an educated and professional investor. That is number one, because as I said, education is so important. Grow the business and have unlimited earnings potential. In our business, there is no, you can have unlimited structure and you will earn from every single level. So it's not like in certain companies have a cap Like you can only earn from level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10. In our company, the marketing plan been designed in a way that it's unlimited levels down. So you can always increase your network and you always receive, increase your commissions. So we have truly unlimited earnings potential. Number 3, we have opportunity to, what's wrong with my slide? Create passive income streams, which I already explained, is go through a network once you build the momentum in the network, but also is through the co-ownership of the technology. You can receive the dividends, which is completely and pure passive income stream. And once you create your network, even if you decided to take the months of travel and you're not even doing the business, but people inside your network, they are invested or they do the business. When you come back, you will see the same status in the company and you will receive all the commissions that your network generated, even if they were outside of the business completely. So we have a truly passive income streams, not like, many companies say it's passive, but then lots of terms and conditions. We're transparent. We help you to create the portfolio worth of billions, because again, we are not selling one product, it's infrastructure. Then we go to the space development, then we go to the real estate, then we go to the agriculture products. We're also planning to have a cryptocurrency as well. And just for cryptocurrency alone, people are raising, hundreds of millions. So for us, crypto, it's that small business yet. So I hope, again, you see the bigger picture. We help others to leave their legacy, because what we do is not just for our sake. Money important, but money has never been motivation for me or my company CEO. Motivation is to get as many people as possible, provide them with their opportunity to become more educated, to become financially free. So they can then do whatever they want to do with their money, but then at least they will know how to manage the money properly. So we want to target 15% of the world population. So it's leaving legacy. And with their investment, the good thing about investment, that's number 1, you don't have to work for the company at all. So you are investing your money. But number 2, investment, something you can pass to your generation, to your kids. So this investment portfolio which you have today, or which you might have in one day, if you decided not to sell for whatever reasons, one company goes to IPO, you can pass this to your kids and to the grandkids. And if you Google, there are lots of stories, especially in America, where people been given the portfolio from their grandmother or grandfather for the company, which they didn't even know that had such massive potential. And people, the kids today, never have to work in their life, because they receive the dividends from what their grandparents invested. Lots of businesses like this. One of the biggest company in Russia called Gazprom, that's exactly what happened with them. With the people who are grandmothers of who invested, because they were given salary plus shares. And now this company is one of the biggest in Russia. Same with in America, when it was the project to build port, where the company almost went to the bankrupt, and they were not able to provide people with the salaries, so they will start giving them shares. And now kids of those granddads who worked for the port development and constructed, this port, they never have to work in their life, because they receive passive income stream from the dividends. But again, money important, but money is not everything. So we want to leave the legacy. We want to make sure that you touch as many people as possible. And last one, do what you love and follow your passion. So if you want to become a professional speaker or international speaker, you're more than welcome. If you want to open your, clothing shop, then use this opportunity as to raise the funds for your own business. And then Skyway Invest Group, as soon as you have a network, you will always receive some income. So whatever to do with this income, you can decide yourself. But follow your passion, do what you love. And then I'm sure you will see that, and then today, when people do what they love with the passion, then it's completely different meaning of, why we brought here. And each person has definitely bigger mission in the world, rather than just, go to work, come back and, eat and spend the time at work. Majority of the people, they run in this rat race on a daily basis. So our mission is to help people to escape this. So that's pretty much it, and want to finish presentation with a very beautiful quote. I'm a big fan of Paulo Coelho. And I really believe in what he's saying, that when you want something, and all universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. If you have bigger goals, if you have a mission, if you want to help people, if you want to help communities, you want to help the world, this is definitely the right company to be associated with. And I wish you to achieve your all, goals and your missions. And it was really cool to have you guys here for this presentation. It took a bit longer than I supposed to. But I hope you really enjoyed. And actually the last slide, sorry, I completely forgotten. This week, we have a massive event happening in Berlin. So if you have someone in Europe, or if you can travel to Berlin, please do. InnoTrans 2018. If you Google InnoTrans Skyway, you will see that we've been invited to this exhibition. For the first time when company presented technology, it was 2016, at the same exhibition. So this year, you will meet our company CEO, you will meet engineers, and you can see the real transportation. So they are now shipping few Unicar and Unibus from the Belarus to the Berlin. So people who wanted to see technology, who want to take the picture next to the Unicar with Unitsky or with the Havratov, with the CEOs, they can have opportunity to do so. And trust me, when you promote the business or promote any company and you believe in this company and you have a proof that you tested, you've been there, you touched the product, you know the CEO, you've been to all these places, it will give you lots of credibility. And we want to do this business sincere. We don't want to sell people like invest today and tomorrow become millionaire. It's bullshit. It doesn't work this way. If people ever sell you this way, they're misleading you. We wanted people to see what this company all about, and we wanted them to understand the bigger mission. So if you want to see what I just was talking about for the past hour in the presentation, come to Berlin, you will see it yourself. You will see the transportation, you will be able to touch it, to sit inside and experience it. So that's pretty much it from me. If you have guys any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, yeah, we finished for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed. Give me a bit of your feedback. I would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So what's your overall thought? And Ali, if you can stop recording, that will be great. So then we don't need to record this feedback.